Evening, pals. Welcome back to the channel. Do hope you've been having a excellent week, and hip hip hooray, it's time for a 4-day weekend. I am back tonight with part 2 of N-Gen Racing. Now, just to get straight in and answer your question, it's next generation. Confirmed. I think it was mentioned in the intro. In fact, flight briefing, basic controls. Was it in here? It was somewhere. Anyway, hello also, I see the call. I'm good, thank you, mate. I hope you're well. I don't know why I need to prove that it means next generation. I'm sure Nabbers of all people trusts me. But here we are. And tutorial, that's a waste of time. But yes, next generation. So this, if you didn't see on Sunday, is a jet fighter racing game, which is different. On Sunday, we did the trainer level championships, and they were piss easy, to put it mildly. Then we moved on to the fighter championships, and it turned things up. Now, the confusing thing for me is I was finishing second in this cup, but that icon next to the 5 laps gives me the impression it's beat, which suggests that winning the cups aren't required, but I kind of like winning. Evening, Grim. Hope you're doing well, mate. It did. It immediately stepped it up as soon as I was outside of the baby trainer mode. Which, you know, makes sense, but maybe not as big a step as it made. Maybe I just need to podium everything, but then there's only six planes anyway, so that's not very hard. I've forgotten all the buttons. Let's see if we can get a reminder from the menu. No, we can't. What's afterburner? Square. Got L2 and R2 for some extra steering. I wasn't using that on Sunday. That was it. Circle is weapon and triangle is change weapon. And I would have loved those to be on the shoulder buttons. Turn the monitor down. I will do my best to get good. It's like Sonic's plane? No, it's not a biplane. No, I skipped that. I checked out after the Mega Drive. out, but leader is fast. Well, CPU leader. Obviously, I am the leader right now. Oh, missed that corner by a mile. So green circles replenish health, orange give boost. For anyone wondering? Yes. All right, Grim. Have a good day, mate. And another thing, Navis, that I found on the previous stream is that money is actually quite easy to come by. Very little grinding required. I think this was the most expensive plane of this class. Just maybe I haven't upgraded it enough. Well, there's only 2 championships in this class anyway, so... By the way, I did have a brief go of pro handling mode on Sunday, and the main difference seems to be that it doesn't auto flatten you, like level you on pro mode, whereas I can just kind of go up and down on this, and when I stop using up and down, I'll automatically level, which is fine. I'm sticking with arcade. There's also the mechanic of a speed boost for being close to the ground, effectively to stop you taking the piss by just flying over all the obstacles, which is fair enough, even though physically it's counterintuitive, because you should go faster if you're higher up because the air would be thinner. Not that it would give much of a difference, I expect, at these levels, you know. This isn't a good game for chatting during the race, I'm afraid. But luckily there wasn't any chats outstanding to respond to, so I'm okay. Alright, this is going well. Alright. How so? Is it you're having trouble at tracking where you're meant to go, or is it a bit bright? Or a bit glary, rather. Well, maybe not on these night tracks, but... It handles well. It's a decently made game. The track I've just done, but in reverse. No, I'm not seeing the church that we have to dodge. Probably the same region. Oh, fuck. Yeah, if you spend too long out of bounds, a autopilot takes over to return you to the track, but the autopilot is purposefully slow to act as a deterrent. That's fair enough. Goal for tonight, though, I just want to beat this game so we can set up the vote winner as the game for the next stream. There we go, for the next PS1 stream. That's what we want to do. I think we can. Anyway, long weekend coming up. Anyone got anything nice planned? Easter lunch on Saturday with the in-laws. Oh, the in-laws. Oh, that's a phrase. It's a bit of a loaded phrase in the UK because generally when people refer to their spouse's parents as the in-laws, it's usually when they're saying something not very nice about them. Or maybe that's just sitcoms. I don't know. Hi, Neri. Next generation racing is quite fun. Luckily, the rings aren't checkpoints, they're just pickups. It might just be me, Navis. I might not be. Yeah, I'm not a married man, so I don't know myself. No, I'm at Horsefest 8 on Saturday, off to York, so that'll be a good do. Got a hotel for the night as well. Yeah, not playing this year. I played the last one, but just there as a customer this year. It should be good. It always is. Don't go under the bridge, you're not going to fit. That would be silly. Thoughts of the game so far? It's pretty fun. Handles nicely, graphics are good. There's a nice progression system. It's decent. Oh. My only gripe is the control scheme for the weapons. So in a nutshell, cross is accelerate, square is speed boost, afterburner, circle is to use the weapon, and triangle is to change your weapon. And those weapon buttons would be so much nicer on shoulder buttons. And I have looked and I can't change them. I can change them within cross, square, triangle, and circle, but no, I can't move them onto the shoulder buttons, which is an oversight. Biff. I could do it in the emulator, but I won't, because I'm lazy. But the weapons seem a bit ineffective anyway. They don't do enough damage, and health pickups are frequent enough to negate the damage you do. And actually hitting them doesn't really seem to slow them down. It would only be worth attacking them if you actually manage to destroy them. So, yeah. One of the so-called weapon options is actually counter missiles, which deploy automatically, but they have to be your selected weapon. So it's much safer just to leave your counter missiles set. Hooray! We won. It took me I had about 3 tries on that cup on Sunday and I failed each time. Hey Shadow, how you doing, mate? Guys, I get on with inverted stick. This is inverted for up and down. And I honestly think it's one of those things where the one you experience first is the one you prefer. But this game does have the option to flip it without you having to do it through the emulator. Well, yeah, that is the context here. And there, you press down to go up. But I think I happily use that in FPSs. Okay. That was a different color, actually. I think that icon. That's one of 2 cups done at the fighter level. But let's upgrade my craft. Already got engine level 3. Those 3 lads aren't available for this lad. A afterburner power level 2 fitted. Doubler not available. Best airframe already fitted. Okay, I was pretty thorough last week. Stage 1 and 2 canards fitted. 3 not available. Increased speed at low altitude due to low... I've got the money. Fuck it, let's have some stage 3 stabilizers. Oh, that sounds painful, Shadow. Okay, this craft is 100% upgraded. Caloris Cross. 4 tracks, 5 laps each. But yeah, I hinted earlier, I'm aiming to finish this game tonight so we can start the vote game on the next PS1 stream. So if you haven't voted, please do so. At the beginning, before the stream started, Taxi 2, which is your option 2, was on 20 votes. 360, which is your option 3, was on 16. So there's a bit of a fight there. Road Blasters option 1 is on 5 votes. That's kind of out of the game. But votes count tonight. Snufkin going for game 1, just as I say it's a wasted vote. Lovely. Hello, Freelop. Hope you're doing well. It's pretty good, this Freelop. Probably looking at an 8 out of 10 at the moment, unless it pisses me off. Uh-oh. Can I restart qualifying? No. Right, I'm starting last. Maybe the combat system will become more relevant in later classes. Yeah, is this the Road Blasters comeback? Take a few more Game 1 enthusiasts to make it a reality. piss. What a fool. Taking the get close to the ground for extra speed thing too seriously. If the races are going to get longer in the next classes, because I think in the trainer class they were just 3 lappers, weren't they? Oops. Bizarre. Do a barrel roll. I don't think a barrel roll is a thing in this snuff game, and it should be. I hear you, Peppy. An instruction for an actual random number that's in... That sounds amazing. And amazingly wasteful. I'm well aware that computers aren't random because we have a function in our software at work that will generate a number for a palette check digit. And if you've just started the database, it gives you 48 every time for the first number. Actually, I've been bashing a few bridges. the win. No, this is a decent game, Snuff. Where did you say it was shit? Do a barrel roll. Oh, sorry, I missed that earlier. I already know this game's going to be a shitter. Oh, yeah, you're wrong. It's good. You know, it's not Crash Team Racing or Gran Turismo level, but probably the best plain racing game I've played on the console. But I must caveat that by saying there's not a lot of them. I mean, we're so used to shit games in this challenge that actually meeting a good game that is unknown is a genuine surprise. You know, unfortunately, the standard of games generally has been a lot lower than I hoped for when I started the challenge. And also, the other disappointment was a lot of the shit has been less interesting than I hoped for at the start of the challenge, because I thought, yes, there will be plenty of shit games, but we can discuss why they're shit. But when it's your 10th version of the same Midas shovelware racing game, there's really nothing to talk about, is there? That's why I enjoyed Dragstars so much, the last game. Yes, it was a shit game, but it was interesting. There was the ridiculous sprites for the characters in the game, the most half-assed attempt at an upgrade system I've ever seen, and a hilariously bad story. For those who didn't see it, all the mechanic sprites in the game seem to have been lifted from a JRPG about zombies. You know? Boring game is worse than a bad game? Absolutely, 100% Snuffkin. 100%. Oh, fuck. I got distracted because that gate was clipping through the cliff because of how PS1 doesn't have a Z buffer. And the developers clearly didn't do it manually. The checkpoint gates. It's okay. Oh god, it caught me out again there. I saw the thing, I thought, oh, that must be on the route. Let's head towards it. Gotta follow the beacons on the ground. That's our true path. And they do get hidden by cliff faces. I always feel like I'm tilting my head in this, and I probably am. But I might not be, and it might just be the screen throwing me off. don't know, I sometimes tilt my head when I'm in the rig doing some sim racing. I'm a silly man. Snufkin, that is exactly it, isn't it? Oh, what examples have we got of that? I remember I played for a lot the demo of the PS1 Populous, i.e. I got kicked out because I hit the time limit. And then just because I was so annoyed about losing my progress, I didn't buy the game. Tilting the controller is a classic idiot kid move skin. You've £8 on eBay for this. That's okay. So what else have I done this week? I booked a caravan in Skegness today. Is something I did for a weekend in May. Me and my mate want to go to Lincolnshire Wildlife Park to see all the parrots, and I was shocked at the price of the caravan because we booked a 3-night stay and it was only 160 quid, 80 each. I like caravans. Caravans are cool. Like a big static caravan. Yeah, I'm just tight-fisted. I'm from the north, aren't I was expecting it to be 240, which I already considered cheap, and then it's like, I logged on, it's like, oh, 160 quid. Well, fine. Because the reason I like caravans is because they're not adjoined to, like in a hotel, your room is joined to another person's room, and sometimes you get woken up by a 60-year-old banging the prostitute that he picks up or something, you know. Yeah, do what you want, guys, but don't disturb my sleep. I don't know why I like caravanning, I just kind of do. Freelop, those were the days. What a great time those were. What a shame. A, Haven told the festival to go away, and B, the company behind it turned into such a shitstorm during COVID. Well, their fucking business model was always shaky. I don't know how they went on for so long. did it? Ah, that's a shame. Biff, another win. Let's watch our lad have a little cheer on a podium. Did Sci-Fi Weekender also move to East Anglia? Biff, look at my Calaris cross. Sweet. You may now participate in the Fight Class Magic 2 speed trials. Check your aircraft. Speed trials? Meh. Pass. Right, permit. We need the S Fighter. Your S Fighter Championship. You must obtain your S Fighter permit first. Then our X Fighter permit for the X Fighter Champo and Endurance. Great Yarmouth, that was the lad. Yeah, I've never been to that one. I only ever went to the Pathelli Hammerfests and one Hard Rock Hell as well. Right, permits. S-Fighter. Requirements: fly one lap of high top ridge using the Tornado in under 43 seconds. We'll be in the shops soon, Snuffkins, so we will check. It might be an off-brand MiG. Like a big or a dig. Do not say that, but starting with an N. Get in trouble. Or an F, a fig. Oh. Where's my restart button? It's an aggressively 90s soundtrack, isn't it, for you lot? Yeah, we knew that was going to fail. Again. Good, no loading times between retries. That's always a plus. Oh, I get fixated on that boost pickup. There we go. Oh, missed the boost pickup. That's sad. Never played an Ace Combat game. And they go all the way back to PS1, don't they? I was at a friend's house party a few weeks ago and I met a lad there who was really into his flying sims. And he mentioned Ace Combat, like, because I thought of DCS World and Microsoft Flight Simulator. Those are the two I can think of when it comes to flight sims. And he mentioned, like, I think a modern Ace Combat in the same breath as them. And I was like, isn't that like a big arcade shooter series? Because I just think of the PS1 days. I didn't even play it then, but, you know, PS1, you don't expect it to be a sim, do you? But no, apparently the new ones are more simmy. I'm sure someone will correct me immediately. But yeah, I kind of regret never trying an Ace Combat game when I was younger. I should have. Should have. Right, we have our new permit. Let's go shopping. We need. Oh god, I can't English tonight. We need a Fighter. First one was arcadey, and then okay, they built on it from there. Understood. Okay, they go from 88 mils to 124. Now, I don't like that top speed because we spend a lot of time at top speed. So, is that top speed for S-Class or is there better options? No, that's better, but it has no strength. That one has no turn rate. That seems problematic, but it has all the speed. It is a MiG-25 Foxbat D. Played the first couple of years back free up. I wonder if it has retro chombos. Alright, I think we're heading to the trash tier now. Like, yeah, these are no good. That's a... no turn rate. That's piss. That's piss. That, yeah, French in it. Aggressively mid. I think either the F-16, solid all-rounder, but that top speed worries me. 1 and 3 have retro achievements, so maybe 2 is the shit one. Fan translation for AC3's OG version, that's cool. Strength, is that health? This game, it must be. It's either strength or like weaponry effectiveness. Maybe both. Got this lad, which has all of the speed and all of the strength, but none of the turn rate, and that worries me. I just see it being a problem. But then, beyond those 3, they're all piss, aren't they? And honestly, I think I'm going to end up with this lad. But I'm worried a bit about being compromised from a top speed perspective. Now, that sacrifices a lot for just 1 extra speed. Ace Combat 20 is that's 22 the year. They've not done 22 Ace Combat games, have they? I think I'm gonna go for the F-16. I mean, I've got the money. Fine. Biff. What's Assault Horizon? Is that a spin-off? Right. Engine. Ooh, these are pricey. Auto thrust vectoring. That's what she said? Well, let's fix the engine issue. I'm gonna buy level 1 when there's level 3. These are pricey. Now these stack, so I can buy that and not worry about wasteful. Okay. Oh wow, Snuff. That's cool. Right. Okay, we are in the Fighter Championship. There is 3 of these lads. It's 4 race champers again, but we're up to 7 laps per race. Let's go. It's a pretty famous game, isn't it? I suppose if you make your arcade game on the System 22, it probably makes porting it a doddle, doesn't it? Oh, fuck that one again. Say probably. I'm probably being naive. P6. Okay, P5. Never not fixate on that pickup. Ah! If I miss another checkpoint, I get disqualified. You can only miss 1 per race. That pickup. Things have got a bit faster. And I'm in the adapting phase. I think I need more upgrades to my skill. Fuck me! Completely missed that! Oh man. fixation going on here. I'm assuming this cup will be a lot more generous on reward money. Oh god, I did it again. I'm struggling to adapt to the new speed, it seems. A stolen P3 it feels like, but I will have it. Who said potato? Did I say potato? Oh, that was from last week, wasn't it? Some Namco mid-2000 games is an enhanced PS2. I think a lot of hardware these days is very homogenized, but back then, you know, it would have been a very useful thing. I was hoping for more than 8 million credits from a second place because I've got upgrading this craft is very expensive. But if this track's a bit easier to follow, then we'll be fine. I think I need the Afterburner level 3 upgrade. I feel like I should have maybe gone for that. No strength craft, the extra top speed. Oh, no, that was the wrong button. Very last place. Damn it, I was so sure I wouldn't have to do credit grinding in this. More fool me. We get anything for last place. 2 mil. That's not even worth the time. Alright, we'll bail out of that. We'll come back with some money. What are my money options? I could go back to the fighter champo. You're about to take an S fighter class aircraft into a fighter class race, are you sure? Oh, coward. Club races. Which is just, it just looks like single race. Time trials, Magic 12. These are a bunch of challenges. So fly one lap of the log to... Oh, we did this one and there was no marker we had done it. Which annoyed me. But if there was a marker, like a tick, I'd have been all over these. Okay, it's not letting me into S-Class. The log to fight a challenge, 25 seconds. Let's have a go. Only 8:10. Feels later. Barely gone dark. Of course, the clocks did go forward last weekend. Really? 2 seconds? I'm gonna have to cut that course pretty hard. Bloody hell, skin. Or get super close to the ground. That... What? Why is that so hard? The fucking oval. Where am I losing a second there? I need to know. Alright, a little closer. Still half a second off. I'm pretty sure that you're right now. There's some liberal cutting required. Not necessarily boost cut, because there's no penalty to leaving as long as you're not out for more than 3 seconds. Now, the draw distance of the towers and stuff is making being aggressive with the corner cutting difficult. Pretty sure I can just straight line this. Maybe not that much. I've got a plan. So, go low immediately for a bit of extra speed. Point here. Boost. Alright, I cut that too much, so boost till that pick up. Hold that corner nice and tight and boost through here. Eesh, no, that wasn't even my best. But the autopilot, I think, didn't help there. That one. Some boost. I've got to get through that gate, otherwise it'll disqualify me. Don't know why I went for that health. The autopilot, even though I was only out of range for a fraction of a second, it's still a full length disengage, and that's just not conducive to a winning run. I can shortcut through that one. Boost here a bit. Oh no! Very silly time limit. Just gonna stick on all of this. Maybe don't hit the bridge next time. Straighten up, power through. Eesh! think that's the best. That's the new best. Still need 4/10 though. There was a bridge strike there, which could have been worth a 10th too. Booked it. Closer. Thought you had it then. Too scruffy. Is it 25.5 when I paused, so it wasn't even the best. Too greedy. Watch this to be worth like 500,000 credits now. Maybe the real credits are the friends we make along the way. Nope. I think the key is perfect place for boost deployment. I don't know where it is. Dumping that one as soon as I get it. I'm holding this one. Dip. Push. Quarter of a second. Little push. Cut. Push. Push. No. 0.2. Another 1/2 cut off there. This is ridiculous. Why have they made this such a difficult challenge? It's like the first one. No. Too much cut. Went too hard there. For logged raceway, fighter level? I don't know. Oh, Velocta fighter challenge. Got it. Quarter of a second to spare. Where did that come from? I was very different in my boost deploy there. 2.6 million credit. Oh. Your bonus is 10 million credits times the time difference. We've got 2.6 million. Lovely. It wasn't worth it. Not at all. Should we do the next one? Oh, my fucking days. Fly one lap of Coniston Water in 25 seconds. I'm thinking those challenges might get easier when the tracks get more complicated because there'll be more time to... more opportunity to make a difference. Or I could be completely wrong. One-tenth, so 1 million credits. So at least it was first time. No, they've definitely dropped a bollock here by not actually showing which ones you've beaten. That should be the basic. If you want me to get involved in your challenge mode, I need a tick. You know, I need some indicator that's to say you have done this one. I don't want to have to do my own spreadsheet like I did for Ducati Racing World. That shouldn't be like that. You know, show my progress. For fuck's sake. Yeah, there was literally nothing much left what I could have done on it. Nabs. My clear was a near perfect run for arcade mode handling at least. This one is not. Two seconds off. Yeah, I'm not spending more time on this mode. It's not profitable and it's not satisfying because there isn't a big tick. Yes, I'm shallow. Can I upgrade my craft? Probably could if I couldn't sell my last one. What? Oh, that's bollocks. Oh, no, it's not. There she is. What? That's not mine. I didn't buy that. That's mine. No, that one was mine. Wait, where have all these extra craft come from? Grated cheddar with salad cream on a doner. You should celebrate them. They're living their best lives. AT. The F5 I sold my trainer when I was done with it. Got the vegan S type. I do not remember buying any fucker else. Nor do I remember doing anything to unlock any fucker else. You know what? Go and give me this fucker for free. And this one. I'd be rude not to use it, right? That's an S. Oh, no. It's a fighter class aircraft. Oh, were they prizes for winning the fighter championship cups? Am I going to get my ass kicked here? Only one way to find out. But the stats are better than my mildly upgraded S-Fighter level craft. But I'm assuming the base is different. But for science, let's see what's up. Yeah, I don't think it's fast enough. There's some plums. I mean, it wasn't a good lap anyway. Oh, it's not over and I lifted. I thought it was that was the finish line. Just goes from bad to worse. Yeah, I'm 6 seconds off. This is not a goer. Even with mistakes. Accounting for those mistakes, 6 seconds is too much. Right. So yeah, my aircraft select, it needs to tell me somewhere what class these are. I shouldn't be expected to just remember. Because I don't know if you've met me, but... Anyway, let's select this. This is what I originally came here to do. I want to select my vegan S type. Go to modify. And this is important. You sell all the parts separately in this game. Because otherwise they just disappear when you sell the craft. Oh, no refund. Nothing from a stage 2 canards. Oh yeah. But 9 mil there. 5 mil there. And then 20 mil for selling the craft. Okay, now we can go back, select our Sports Falcon. I'm assuming the prize craft are worth nothing, but it should have told me that I'd won them. Modify. Now we've already boffed the big engine. And you'll notice it says refund to move down to level 1 and 2. Because, you know. Increases top speed. How much top speed does it increase though? Doesn't tell me. Or I can spend 55 mils on increasing my boost power. I don't need to increase my strength. That's a waste of money. Increase maneuverability. Yeah. Low altitude speed boost. I feel like the other lads are better. I'm going to go for the level 3 afterburner power. And there goes my money. Back into the S-Fighter Champo. Oh, it's a bit twitchy after the fighter level craft. Curly Monster. Can't say I've heard of him. Anyway, P3 quality, that's okay. We're only half a second off the lead. Here we go. Looking a lot more competitive with that afterburner upgrade. Was on the same demo as Colin McRae 2.0. Well, yeah, they're shafted from the start then, aren't they? The poor guys. Oh, what a shit bit of luck that is, or shit bit of planning. depending on how charitable you are or are not feeling. Yeah, dead on arrival, that, isn't it? Uh-oh. We're good, we're good. Yeah. I've never even played Colin McRae 2 yet. I already know it's better than this. I think Colin McRae 1 was my second 10 out of 10 in the challenge. After Crash Team Racing. Because it's just such a good game. I'm really looking forward to Colin McRae 2 when it finally rears its head. That is harsh though, being on the same demo as Colin McRae. Alright, we're away now on S-Fighter level. We're all good. But we know our way around this track now, don't we? Good luck, other craft. Okay, they're putting up a fight. Despite the everything. I.e. me trying to shave every corner I can. Fight. Uh-oh. Left track limits too early then. Asking for trouble. Might have to use some weapons. Really went. Ah, fuck. Alright, back on the counters. P1's gone. Give up. Let's bank second. decided to go aggressive, and it feels like a bit of a waste of time in this game. Okay. Oh, we need a little break after this cup. I wonder how this game decides tie breaks. Oh, fuck me. Might not be an issue that I have to deal with. I decided to stockpile for a little bit. I'll figure out this route. Oh, game over. Missed the second gate. Results in my favour though. I'm only 2 points off the championship top somehow. Look, all I needed to do was bop a finish. I would have been fine. Now that was made on a need-to-know basis skin. Now the whole premise of the game is cars boring now, and all of a sudden aircraft manufacturers are selling aircraft to racing enthusiasts. They've all done sports versions of their fighter aircraft. taking longer, so there's more of a concern. Biff! That should be Champo. That is definitely Champo because it's a 3-point swing for taking the win. Even then, I think P2 is an EF2000, isn't it? So didn't even need to finish every race. Easy game. Shame I missed out on a big chunk of cash by getting disqualified from that race, but who cares? Yay! The slow motion twist jump, superb. You've won the Apex Eagle. And that is a big chunk of Champo prize money. Get out of my dreams and into my bank account. Okay, let's go shopping. Increased speed, low altitude due to lower turbulence. Don't mind if I do. Right, so that's a one-stage purchase. It's not like the canards where you can stack them all. I'm maneuverable enough. I'm going to save my money on those. We'll take that low boost. Prevent enemies... 80 mil prevent enemies obtaining missile locks. That's a hell of a boon. 200 mil for the afterburner doubler. I'm going to assume that that lives up to its name, but obviously a bit rich for me right now. We're on maximum. We've got the ramjet upgrade available. Scramjet upgrade. What do you even do? Auto thrust vectoring. Obviously buying that probably puts the next cup onto easy mode. On the other hand, that's 50 mil that could go to my next level of aircraft. So, gonna hold for now. Next up, we've got the Macron Trophy. We've also got the Slipstream to do. Can I have a look? I need my X-Fighter permit to get in there. Right. I mentioned during that last cup I'm going to need my break, and that is still true. So I'm going to take a little 3-minute break here, and then we're going to plod on with N-Gen. Hopefully smash through the S-Fighter and see if this is clearable tonight or not. I'm a little unsure because that's called endurance. And the thing about endurance is that it takes ages if it lives up to the name. I'll be back in a few if I can remember how to do my stream.
Can you
Thank you for your patience, gang. Let's carry on with next generation racing. Hi Vesper, hope you're doing well, mate. I hope it's not like the endurance events in Gran Turismo. Same, obviously. It won't be. That would be ridiculous. Oh, track, come back. Ah, missed one. Finish was right there, not a big deal. Biff. No, 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 no. Where's my track? Right, I think that upgrade has given me quite a powerful craft now. Hopefully I won't have to spend any more money on this plane, so I can go big on the next one. Oh shit. Yeah. Can't miss another checkpoint, otherwise to get a DQ. Quite long laps on this one. Give me some money. Okay, 20 mil again. It looks like it's the same for every championship of this class. I just gobbed over my own chin, but getting old, getting leaky. What's up, mate? How you doing? The Honda-pologist. I'm alright, man. Honda-pologist. Is that name apologising for Honda's F1 engine? Piss and shit. What? You can go too high and it counts as an out of bounds in this game. Alright, that one's new. House skin, we respect the laws of gravity. for another win. More like an expert, like an anthropologist. Or a sociologist, I guess. Why have I gone for I don't even know what anthropology is. It's a speciesy thing, isn't it? But I saw Honda and I saw apologist. Apologies, Mr. Honda expert or Ms. Honda expert, I don't know. Although I can take an educated guess. No, they've had a shocker Aston Martin Honda this year, haven't they? So far. I mean, almost comically bad. I think this game might be erring more towards 7 out of 10 territory rather than the initial impression 8 that I was ready to give it. It's starting to feel quite repetitive. And the combat being a bit of a poorly thought out feature. It's dragging it down a little as well. Still a good game. Still a good game. Oh, we've been having a few repeats and reverses now. But there's only so much you can do with lakes and mountains, isn't there? Boosts. Not quite enough for the win, but I think we're okay. We've got a 3-point lead. So if the particular Foxbat D in second wins the next one and I finish second, we'll finish the championship with a tie. And we don't know how this game figures out tie breaks yet. That's a risk. Oh well. I'll just have to win, won't I? Well, the thing is, for it to be a tie, it'd have to be equal results as well, i.e. I have 2 wins and 2 second places, they have 2 wins, 2 second places. So what have you got left after that? Either overall time or player privilege. I Do love a bit of player privilege. Oh, fuck me. That boost pickup threw me off there. Flipping through the gates. Especially when it loads in first. Oh. Ah, this is all going to shit. Right, let's just stockpile a little. I don't think I've seen this trap before, so let's settle in. Nope. Oh, this is cursed. Yeah, I think the checkpoint gates need a bit of draw distance priority, i.e. they load in from a further distance than other things. And the pickup gates need to not clip through environment and checkpoint gates. Ah, fuck. Well. A main rival did win. Bugger. Awkward track, that. Really awkward. Still, nice bit of cash. Because I think a city would be too claustrophobic for, or too narrow, too tight. I mean, it doesn't have to be. It's a video game. They can make it to whatever scale they want. If you want to keep it reasonably realistically proportioned, it's gonna be not gonna work, unfortunately. Right, let's have a look at this. Okay. So it looks like you get a bronze icon even if you finish second, which is just dumb. That's what was throwing me off before, because there's a bit of like you could believe that was gold. So when I was at the first cup of the fighter, it's like I finished second. That's definitely not silver, so surely it's gold, right? But no, that's gold. Oh well. Let's go shopping. What does... Oh, they both increase top speed. Gives enhanced yaw control with no speed loss. Is yaw uppy downy? Or lefty righty? I think it's lefty righty, isn't it? More like yawn control. Boring. Yaw. You're deaf. Should know this. Vertical axis. So uppy downy. Wikipedia's first sentence. A yaw rotation, this is super helpful. A yaw rotation is a movement around the yaw axis. Yeah, uppy down. No, it's lefty righty according to this aircraft. Ah, you're a bunch of mad lads. Doing. Fuck your control. Right, I'm gonna buy this. Okay. Try that cup again. I suppose after getting lucky in the previous cut with the disqualification, it's fair enough that this one would fuck me. You know, balance of the universe and all that. Starting to think this will be going to a third stream, though. Oh, it's when the track limit markers dip after a crest, they tend to catch me out. No, I don't. It's lefty-righty, isn't it? So why are they mentioning vertical axes? Okay. Oh, that's in this game that's L2R2. So left right on the stick is turning by steering. L2 and R2 does yaw, and you can combine the two to steer more enthusiastically. There's and it's the same in real life. There's very little use of using yaw steering on its own, I believe. Unless you're wanting to make a very minor adjustment, I guess. I'm not sure that your speed loss upgrade is worth much, since I'm only using it on the tightest corners, and if I'm using it there, it generally means that a bit of slowdown might actually be helpful. Those who were watching the start of this game on Sunday would have noticed that I was worried about the handling being too forgiving, the track's not giving much in the way of challenge, and it has largely been addressed. The handling on arcade mode at least is very responsive. It's quite forgiving, but the tracks are technical enough to not make it feel too easy. You know, they do seem to have got the balance quite nicely down there. You know, I'm able to do what I want. It is responsive, but it doesn't feel boringly easy, you know. It's more of a satisfyingly easy. Tracks are suffering a little from corner blindness. Guys, I'm not sure what you can do about that without making them very open, barren and plain, the courses, you know? Like like rewarding getting low to the ground is definitely good from a game design perspective. But the trade-off is, you know, it's a risk-reward mechanic. That's great. But yeah, the lack of course visibility can be frustrating. But the same applies in car racing. You go in like turn 3 at Road Atlanta. What an absolute bastard, because you can't see a thing. You've just got to rote learn it. And unfortunately, the nature of this game encourages those kind of corners. It's not ideal. There is the arrows there, but there's a lot going on. Like, a lot of people will have noticed that I abandoned the combat system very early on because A, it distracts from flying, and B, it doesn't seem particularly rewarding, and yeah, the combat system remains my biggest criticism of the game. Because I just slap on the defensive weapon and get on with flying. I mean, if doing something has no tangible effect on the outcome of your race, why would you do it? I won't really call it a cheese strat. It's not wasting my time. Especially with the controller layout for the combat. I don't think I've seen a single craft crash out. Well, yeah, because I've not forced the issue, but even when I did go aggressive, I've never managed to actually impede anybody with my weapons. I've launched multiple missiles in succession which had lock on, and there's been no tangible reward for doing that. Why would I waste my time, especially when it causes me to go slower because I'm having to crab hand my way around the controller face. Right, 9-point lead. All I have to do in this last race to get this Champo over the line is not get disqualified. Is this going to be one of those easier said than done moments? Probably. You know, I love to crash out in amusing ways. Well, not amusing to me, but you lads seem to enjoy it. There we go, we just need a finish. But if I finish it first, I get more money. Right, I will be taking 0 risks here. No boost spamming. Full attention to the ground. Ah! Fuck. Bloody bash the center bar, which is where I've got my fucking fast forward set. Luckily, autopilot saved my ass there. Oh, mate. 10 seconds behind. Oh, this is not a good track, though. Let's see how the catch-up is. Sloppy! That's an understatement of the year. Yeah, just lucky I didn't disqualify, but we're not catching up. There doesn't seem to be a big catch-up mechanic in the game. I went through the gate and the gate was blocking the change of direction of the lights, and I was very aware then that if I just powered through, I could fuck myself. So I let autopilot do its work. 4 laps! Ah, boring. We're learning the track a bit now. I'm gonna assume it'll come up in the game later. Yeah, there's narrow valley sections where the flight lights are just taken away because terrain takes over, and that was confusing me, I think, on this track. I'm not literally taking over, but may as well have done because they were near invisible. Figured out the track at least. And the rally style arrows aren't a lot of use when you're hyper fixated on the terrain. I got lapped. Shameful. Oh, I could have cut the race a lap shorter. Race is over. Lead across the finish line. Yeah, there's tight right. There's a couple of corners where the lights were being obscured by the checkpoint towers. Not ideal. Get me over there. What? I got P5. Alright, it looks like someone actually got destroyed there because there is no P6. But it doesn't matter. We are champion. Let's just prance on a podium and proceed. The piloting. When that was swishing towards the screen, it didn't look like a joystick. I first saw it when it was the other way up and it looked like a toilet plunger. Like a wonky one because it's a trophy, but a toilet plunger nonetheless. $275 credits. Let me just check the shop. So the highest, sorry, the most expensive, ooh, it's 245. So we can already afford that. But not really any upgrades. So there is permits, champos. All right, there is a marker of. I thought I did Mount Rouge. Oh no, there's a lot. All right, so there is a record of which which challenges you've cleared. But it's not on the menu, which is sanity. What is a Magic 12? A lot of them though, and they were quite strict. I don't know if I care enough. Alright, champos, let's move on. Got the Slipstream trophy to do to finish the S-Fighter class. What do you reckon, guys? Beat all championships game done? Depends if we get a credit reel, I guess. That, I would say that list more represents a 100% playthrough, wouldn't it? Hi Mick Pliskin, how you doing, babe? I'm all good. You all excited for your 4-day weekend? Is there any motorsport on this weekend? I know shared GT World Championship. I think that's next weekend, isn't it? Yeah, with your beloved Lance. That's a 6-hour race, you know. From 6 PM till midnight they're doing it, which is quite neat. It's a shame that Paul Ricard is such a dogshit track. Well, that's I think that's 6 PM till midnight French time. So only an hour difference for us. I don't know which way. I'm an idiot. Might be 5 till 11 for us. Probably on YouTube as well. As GT series as usually are. Valentino Rossi's in that race as well. I was looking through the list today. I think there was a third notable name in there. Forgotten who. Oh, piss! We'll just put this off early. It is Easter weekend, I guess, but was F1 meant to be on this weekend, or? No, surely not, because it was only last weekend they did Japan, so they needed time to travel, and it is Easter and all that. Won't be surprised if the calendars do miss Easter on purpose. Big enough festival, isn't it? Right, let's try again. Ah! Just skip. It's another tricky track for visibility. I'm not a big fan. I need more upgrades, it looks like. Yeah, to account for my lack of skill. The combat system is feeling even more redundant in this game. The more technical the tracks get, you know. How do you expect me to think about anything but flying when there's like blind corners and shit, you know? me, why do I always think it's the left after that? Arrgh. Stupid cliffs. Where's this fucking leader? Properly checked out, it feels like. Evening, Jaded. I'm good. How are you? And evening, Paddy. I'm all good, mate. Hope you're well. Jesus, 8 seconds. That's a big gap. It is better than some of the tripe I have to get through. Very, very well noticed. But it's hitting its bullshit arc around about now. It's odd you should say that, Mick. Because when I uploaded this VOD, I got a warning. Let me crack open Studio. I'm not sure where it was, but I got a copyright warning, not a strike. Because apparently the eyeball pull theme was detected in the VOD for my first stream of this game. What do the devs make of this? I do not know. Someone mentioned the devs before they were called. I'm just scrolling it up. Clown something, wasn't it? I'd have to Google it. Curly Monster. Curly Monster. Games. Category, Curly Monster Games. They did, according to Wikipedia, they did 2 games. This and a game called Quantum Redshift, the original Xbox, which is a futuristic hovercraft racer. I.e., it was conceived as a spiritual successor to Wipeout and developed by several former Psygnosis staff of Wipeout, apparently. Mixed to average reviews. Huh. So yeah, it looks like they were just based off Wiki, which, you know, is not super reliable. Just a 2-game company. Yeah. How sad. Did your team bother finishing Sebring last weekend, Paddy? I know you expressed some big frustration in my stream while we were going. Oh, fuck, piss and shit. 6th place. Well done. I was surprised to see when I was combing through the results that in time slot 2 and 3 at least, there was more LMP2 teams than there was GTP, which I found a big surprise. You know, not a big surprise if you consider... Oh, fuck, sorry. That's a checkpoint missed. We'll eat that. Yeah, LMP2 is still more fun to drive, but... Yeah. Word on the street was that it's a dying class in iRacing, and then that happens. It wasn't a big difference, but I thought there'd be like, you know, 3 GTP teams to every 2 LMP2 teams, rather than what actually happened. You know, I'm getting some draw distance issues with the track lights here. That's bullshit. Alright, just keep it on track, we're fine. Potato! Pretty sure it's meant to be tornado skin. Not potato. But then you hear it, it sounds like Bornado. Ba 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 Bornado.
I'm a cat queen. I'm a mean machine.
Up. Biff. Watkins will be back to normal. I need to win Watkins this year. It's the last I need out of the big four. I've won Daytona. I've now won Sebring. I've won Petit. I won Petit a few years ago. Watkins last year. I've had second place before. Last year, I got pole. I led the first 2 hours, handed it over to my teammate, and he binned it. It was so sad. I hope Watkins isn't monsoon weather because my computer's chugging on fucking rain at the moment. I need a new GPU. I won't be doing Spa. I'm not really interested in 24-hour races anymore. I'm not doing Nürburgring either. Yeah, but cars are real. They're not computer game toys. The mad thing is, I've got a 3080. It's a good graphics card, but it's just chugging in rain at Sebring on triple monitors in 2K. I couldn't get 60 frames per second. It was all because of screen space reflections. But you can't see the fucking puddles without screen space reflections on, so I was screwed. If there was rain forecast for Sebring, I wouldn't have done it because I couldn't. Unless I go to either single monitor or buy a 5080. Oh mate, that sucks. Actually, if we're having a little whinge about repairs, can I talk about my chimney? My chimney had a bunch of greenery growing out the side of it. Like I said, I've only lived in this house a year. Well, just over a year. Chimney, thing that smoke goes through to exit the house. Chimney chiroo, as Dick Van Dyke would say. I've spent too much. I think I got fucking shafted on the quote because I was being such a tit reaching out to companies. I just took the quote and went with it. Anyway, screw the price. They went up there. They'd agreed a fixed quote. It said on the sheet, and I had to grab it, all chimney, right? And he went up and he said, this guy who was subservient, or the employee, I think, of the guy who gave me the quote, oh, we'll just do the front, back, and the right-hand side because the left-hand side is your neighbour's side. Well, it's like, it's my chimney. That doesn't work. Doesn't quite check out in my head. You know, sure, yeah, it might be part of their boundary, but it's only me who would use that chimney. Thing is, there's a gas fireplace there. I don't think it even gets used. I'm still spending fucking fortune getting it repaired. But yeah, I'm getting it done. Don't want any leaks. And so yeah, he's saying, yeah, well, that's your neighbour's responsibility. It's like, but I've been quoted for the full thing. And you know, I thought about it for a sec because ages ago I got the quote because they haven't been able to do it because it's been raining all the time. You know, you can't. Basically, they needed to scrape out the what's the shit that goes between the bricks, the pointing, and replace it to remove all the greenery that got in there, all the plants. I know. It's been especially bad this year though, and that's saying something for Manchester. But you know, you need to have it scraped and repointed and the shit done on top, whatever it's called. And he's saying we're not going to do the left side, which is the worst side for plants growing out of it. It's like, if there's any leaks, that's where they're getting in. And when the guy did the quote, that was the side I pointed at. It's like, all that shit needs removing and repointing, doesn't it? And then his fucking employee's saying, well, we're not going to do that side. And eventually, I said, mate, when I spoke to your boss, who I assume is his boss, this was the side I pointed at. The quote you've given me says all the chimney. Can you do it, please? And then I asked him, or in between him saying, we're not going to do that side, and me pointing out, like, saying, no, I want you to do that side, I said, there's been like a little bit of a stain appearing in my bedroom, other side of the building. Can you just have a look at the flashing and let me know if it's all intact on my neighbour's chimney? So he spoke to me later and it's like, if there's any issue there, you got to get your neighbours to do it. That's their chimney. It's like, but you were just telling me on the other side, that was my neighbour's responsibility, but the equivalent side of my neighbour's chimney is now not my responsibility. Your story's not straight, mate. What are you doing? Right, let's play planes. Sorry. I needed to get that off my chest. Oh, yeah. And yeah, I don't want to share how much I've paid because I overpaid. And I'm really unhappy. But fuck it, it's done. I can move on with my life. Yeah, I was told it'd take a full day, maybe a day and a half, because we got really narrow gaps between the bricks. They were done in 3 hours. Fuck off. And then they're asking me for a Google review. Get fucked. Unless you want a bad review, mate. This is the thing, I really hate dealing with tradesmen. You know, I'm very conflict averse. I don't like it. So all I want is someone who treats me fairly, and then I'd be a loyal customer. And you're just dickheads everywhere trying to take the piss. Delete it. Want the win. I don't know what the last track is. Use the weapons, they only make me slower because it distracts me. And the rubbish. Done with that boost. Should be the win. Yes. I'm just glad it's done. I can move on to the next thing now, and yeah, that chimney should not need fixing again for a long time. So I can get my windows replaced. Yeah, I mentioned to Paddy then I want to replace my GPU for iRacing, but I just can't justify that much money on its own. So I've made a promise to myself, made myself a list of tasks to do around the house, like maintenance tasks, and once they're all achieved, I'm allowed to treat myself. Ooh, that looks dark. Read the point situation. Oh, fuck me, I can't read this track. The whole fucking fucking hairpins. And all you've got is a strip of lights on the ground. Ah. No, I'm getting annoyed with this game now. It was fine for a while. I suppose they got... Nah. Vertical light beacons sometimes, but they're rare enough that I just don't look for them instinctively. And, you know, they're not there on daytime tracks, so... If I miss another checkpoint, I get disqualified. Beacons. Look for beacons. No, not getting recovering any. Okay, halve the gap. Come on. Shit! Ah! My tire turned in too tight. The next nightclub refused planning permission in August last year is up in flames. Zero surprise, there was a mill in Middleton, North Manchester, I think just last week, that got set on fire after the same thing. Last year, when I was walking back from the moors, saw a big plume of smoke over Manchester. That was the Hotspur Press in the city centre on fire. Same reason again. And we're going to have to do that Champo again. Fuck. You know, anything that they can't build just gets set on fire, and it's beyond a joke now. It's so obvious. Like, they should just arrest anyone who applied for planning permission for a building that gets set on fire shortly afterwards. Just by default, because it's just too fucking obvious. Right, should I do some upgrades? Probably. Yeah, I'm pretty bored of this now. Let's have a little bit of extra maneuverability as a treat. Don't need strength, that's never been an issue. Okay, the Afterburner doubler lives to its name. Rather than doubling the power of Afterburner, gives you twice as much AB gauge per gate. That is huge. But if I buy it, I then can't afford the craft I need for the next round of cups. Really? What? These are upgrades of a ramjet upgrade. Why am I being told that the engine level 3 costs 5 mil? I already bought it. What's going on here? Why can I buy that? I bought it. Does the ramjet upgrade replace engine level 3 and is somehow cheaper than engine level 3? Depends if I buy the scram. Look at him buying it. Now I'm being told that the engine level 3 is a 30 mil refund. Going to the ramjet upgrade costs 5. What the fuck is going on? Sell parts. Can I sell what's equipped? What's going on? Ram is the... Why is the other one further down the list? No, let me sell the scram. If I sell that for 75 mil, just despite having spent 8... Ah, fuck it. No, no, no. I'm just going racing. No. Fuck this. This is annoying. Who earns? And that's one of the disadvantages of it doesn't display. Like it just says increases top speed. So you buy it and you think, oh, top speed goes up. Oh, it's replaced that upgrade that was apparently cheaper. And now it's slower? What the fuck? Wow. Alright, I did get a bit cheesy during that, but whatever. That's quite a lead. Next, Rise of the Foot. I've never watched one of them. So, alas, that's lost on me. So I'm getting grumpy with this game now. Like, there's a handful of beacons there that indicate the turn to the right, and all of them are blocked by the physical gate itself, so... Yeah. Not Southend. Ugh, grim. everything else fine, but Southend, that's pretty tasteless, isn't it? For clarification, for the 0 Southend residents who are in the chat, I've never actually been to Southend, just that club seemed to somehow wind me up back when I used to have a Bolton Wanderers season ticket. Literally all I know about Southend, they have things I know about Southend. They have a football club. There's an airport that's called London Southend, despite it being fucking miles away from Southend, and it's on the coast. There we go. There's my knowledge of Southend. I'm sorry, Paddy. I think it's Ryanair that got the airport renamed as London Southend, isn't it? So they could, well, be a big bunch of robbing bastards as they are. Piss and bollocks. Got through. Ah, 7 laps feels too long for these. Jesus. It's not bad when it's 30-second laps, but... beef. That is a 7 times 30. Enough. Yeah, it fucking is, isn't it? It's just 7's repetitive. Yeah, I'm a bit bored. Yeah, absolutely fair. Bang to rights, that is fine. It just really points out to me just that the fun has passed on this game for me tonight. You know, which is good knowledge, to be honest. And the question is, when I finish this lager beer in this cup, do I call time on the stream or do I soldier on when I know I'm not having fun? It's a good question. Oh, for fuck's sake! Yeah, I think it'll be call time. Portsmouth, oof, God, that's a drive from where you are. Yeah, well, enjoy, and I hope it's a profitable endeavour. Thanks for hanging out. See you again soon, pal. Ciao. Bridge. Yeah, the track design has just been getting a bit more arseholey the deeper we get into the game. I don't appreciate that. Well, I went through that checkpoint, you utter shit bastard. Too high. Checkpoints have a height requirement as well as a lefty righty one. Looks like though all I need to do is not fuck this up hilariously. I should be okay to nurse it home. So if the vertical track limit beacons were A, more common, and B, not exclusive to night tracks, it'd be a lot more playable. I'm kind of tiptoeing around right now in fear of surprise track limits, which is not a fun way to play. All right, 8-point lead. Obviously, 2 out of 2 wins. That's pretty neat. Yeah, I think this is definitely going to a 3rd stream now. Even if I did soldier on for a bit, there's no way I'm going through 2 separate sections of Champos, so just call it a night after this one. Montrouge Airway. Eesh. Oh my god. Second time I've hit that same column. There's obviously some fatal miscalculation both times. Oh, Skin's favourite song. Southend is one of the driest places in the UK. As someone who has seen rain almost every day this year, that is an interesting fact to me. And here's a good bit of news. I've got an 11-point lead, and it's only 9 points for a win. So this cup is mathematically done. Which is just as well, because remember, this track was an absolute shit bastard. I will try and win, because 20 million credits for the next plane. Ah, I saw the fucking... I've complained about this a few times tonight, but again, I saw the disc. And I followed it. That's really annoying. Oh well. Yeah, they really need to have those fucking pickup discs actually not clip through everything, because it is so fucking confusing. Half 10. We've won the Slipstream Trophy. May not participate in some speed trials. We don't care because they're annoying. We've unlocked the X-Fighter. We must obtain our permit first. We can do that now. X-Fighter permit. Requirement: fly one lap of Wajima Park using the ADF-22 in under 31 seconds. I'm curious to see if X-Fighter races are 9 laps long. I will personally take offense to that. Fuck off. 1/10 of a second. Eat that. We are an X fighter. I'm sure the X stands for excellent. All right, Champo. So we can't even look at X Fighter endurance until we beat the X Fighter Championships plural. Yeah, it's 9 laps. Utter shit. And it's 5 races. Ah, oh, that's so grindy. Unnecessarily. The Comex Globe. Sorry, Comex. Contour Trophy, some Storm Medal. Ah, I just got a full another stream of this game, lads. I have had enough. Let me save up and I'm gonna do one. Alright. Overwrite previous save game, yes please. Got any pals on tonight? I'm sure I saw Daddy-O notified before. Yeah. Koos is on the golf. Droopy's on WRC. Farmer's Dynasty 2. What the fuck is that? Never mind. But yeah. We're gonna go see Dadson because he's playing Burnout 3. I'm racing games. He's doing a racing game. That makes the most sense, doesn't it? And yeah, this game's burning me out now. It's such a shame. It started off so strong, but yeah, it's like the cracks are showing now. It's still a 7 out of 10 game, but it's no longer worthy of the 8. But thanks loads for hanging out tonight, guys. I really do enjoy your company and your patience as I soldier on through my noble challenge. If you haven't followed the channel yet and you're enjoying the stuff, please consider doing so. If you want to keep up outside the streams, I've got a Discord. Link is in the chat. Now we're going to raid Retro Dadson, who is trying to do all of the PS2 ever. The mad lad, but most importantly right now he's on Burnout 3, and who doesn't love that? More PS1 on Sunday. I want NGen done. I'm aiming to have 233 games complete by the end of April, which would mean 100 games to go. Have a great weekend, guys. See you again soon. Where's my exit button? There we go.